Welcome to the Miracle Mansion podcast. My name is Marcus True. I'm Director of Therapy and Aftercare at Broadway Lodge. It is Friday the 13th of February, the day before Valentine's Day. And I've decided to invite in
Waseem,
who came to Broadway Lodge. He's actually been to Broadway Lodge on 2 occasions, but the maturity and the growth in you since you left Broadway Lodge has been phenomenal. And I just wanted to just talk to you about what's happened. What's happened to you? How did you change? I just want you to just give a brief introduction to your addiction, where it took you. Obviously, your last stay at Broadway Lodge, what happened, you coming back, and then what you've been doing since. But it's just an honor. Honestly, the honor is mine to have you here, because literally, as I keep saying to my team, this guy is a different guy. He's a different person to the person that we first met, and he's a different person to the person that came into treatment and left. Since you left treatment, it's just gone like boom. You know what I mean? So just tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm mixed race. My dad's Pakistani, my mum's Romani Gypsy, and my dad was violent. Probably clash of cultures, the embarrassment of having a white-skinned lady. I'm not being racist. And just growing up, he had to separate from his culture, so we had it hard. My dad would beat up my mum, beat us up, and it became a learned behaviour. All what I know now, fear. You know, I was scared. And growing up, I learned to overcome my fears. I was going to school, getting bullied. Being at school, getting bullied on the way to school and back home and stuff. Mm-hmm. And going home and getting beaten up as well.
So you experienced kind of racism at an early age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Racism, I wasn't accepted. I wanted to be part of, like the white kids and other kids see me the colour of my skin. Mm-hmm. And see me as being Pakistani, and the Pakistanis and Indians see me as being English or white because I can't speak the language. And all I wanted to do was be part of. I didn't feel accepted at home.
So you didn't fit. So it felt like you didn't fit in anywhere.
Yeah, and that's what it was like. Just wanted to be loved, appreciated, accepted, be part of, and I found it through drugs, unfortunately.
So when did you start using? At what age did you start using?
11 cigarettes, weed, 12. And then heroin and crack when I was 18, 91 or 92 it was. You know.
Wow, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
Started way back when.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about your entry into substance misuse.
I was involved with drugs, and
why did you start smoking weed?
Why? To be part of. We was at school, my little brother was smoking it, I'm smoking it. It was just a social norm. Anyone who wasn't smoking it, they weren't the cool guys. And we was at school doing what we was doing. And then heroin come into it. A guy I know came into quite a bit of it, and it was around my best mate's house. It was there. And I finished with this female relationship due to my insecurities, paranoia, and she had enough of me being worse than I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, and this guy goes, what you got there, we'll get you to sleep. And that pain, that longing, and that sense of belonging, once I'd done those first lines of heroin, that warm, the ready breath closed all over me, I was confident, I could sleep, stop thinking about my ex. You know?
So basically, you started using heroin as a way of medicating pain from this relationship, your anxiety, and your insecurity. Yeah. And so this heroin gave you a full sense of confidence.
100%.
Yeah.
I could talk to other females, mind what I was doing, you know, because I didn't care. I felt wrapped up and warm. The confidence that I've always wanted as well was there.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more. So that was 1991.
1991. Then, things started getting bad real quick. And I thought I had food poisoning. I woke up rattling, you know, which I know was withdrawal from the heroin. And I woke up throwing up hot and cold sweats all night, not sleeping.
How long after you started using heroin did you get a habit?
This was in like within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It was quick, real soon. I didn't understand heroin
Yeah.
at the time, you know, and it worked until, and then I'm rattling, right, and my brother goes, look, you're withdrawing. I got from what? 'Cause I thought I was smoking weed and a joint as well, yeah, but heroin was going around it, and then he goes, yeah, have some of that. And the next minute, instantly, boom, no more sniffle, the cramps went.
You felt instantly better.
Yes, that instant
Okay.
gratification, right there. And then life went downwards, bro. Went downwards, relationship was done. I didn't have a relationship for like years after that. It was all about the drugs.
So you started using heroin at what age?
I think I was 18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so tell me what happened. So you're using heroin, how are you earning your money?
Oh, I started off dealing, ended up, obviously, I'm smoking my own gear, giving people less, and then crashed. And then I'm out shoplifting, you know, and I used to like take the mick at the guys shoplifting. The guys that won't wash in and coming with change. I ended up becoming that person who I not knowingly back then was judging, you know, and I become that person. And family went through pain, you know. I put on weight and that, and then the gear just shut me out, you know, the crack as well.
Oh, so you was using crack cocaine as well. When did that come in?
That was probably a year after the heroin.
All right, so you started originally smoking weed, and then you started smoking heroin, and then crack came in as well.
Yeah.
So you've got that combination.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about that.
The crack, when I first done that, like, people get paranoid. It gave me the energy, and I was buzzing. I just wanted to, okay, let's go. You know, just that adrenaline rush. And that only lasts about five seconds after doing that first pipe. But I've always wanted to chase that first pipe, which I would never get back. And end up losing teeth later on my journey. The consequences of that, I'm running on one valve in my heart.
So you've had heart problems as a result of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use over the years.
And you say you lost your teeth as well.
Teeth,
Yeah.
veins from injecting.
Yeah. What, collapsed veins? from
Collapsed
inject-
veins. If I go to hospital now, they've got to do ultrasound to find a vein. And there's a situation where
Hold up a second. I just realised we've jumped.
Okay.
So you went from smoking to injecting.
Yeah.
How quick was that?
That was quick. Well, not that quick, it was a few years. What I was doing, I used to go around and see my mate in this block of flats, and I'd always cover him with gear. There's one time I was waiting to get more gear, and I was rattling. And he goes, I've got some money, I'll go and get some. I thought, bless, thank you, you know. Came back with the gear, I'm in this flat, and this guy's an IV user. And he's in the kitchen, I'm getting my foil ready, and all that. Next minute, all I heard was, oops. I'm like, what, have you dropped it? That instant fear. Thinking he dropped the gear. It's only a tenner between us, and I'm smoking it. And he's doing what he's doing. And then my guy goes, I put water with it. I went, what do you mean? He goes, the only way you can get well now, if you inject. I goes, I don't do that. I was desperate, I was rattling. I just held out my arm. And he injected for me. And when he first injected me with that heroin, I didn't have to use heroin for about 2 or 3 days. It was that first time I thought, okay. And then I was scared of syringes, bro, really scared. And I ended up walking around like a black bag full of syringes. Vit C. Back then it was citric acid. I had to walk around with, it was like part of me. My jacket, whatever I was wearing, it was my everything. That's the first thing I made sure I left home with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, your work tools.
Yes.
So now you're on the needle, you're injecting, you've got a habit, you're starting to lose your teeth.
That was further on.
Tell me a little bit more. So tell me about, just chart the progression for me, Waseem.
It was really quick. It was just from being so-called respected, people think I'm certain this and that, to not washing, not bathing, right? My drugs came, everything. It was my girlfriend. It was my wife, my best friend, my everything, my all. Before my own family even. I didn't have a son at this point. I'd go in the house, I'd be rattling, and I'd probably petrified on my dad, so I wouldn't steal no money off him because I know what he'd do.
Okay. Where was he? So you was living at home at that time with your parents?
Yeah, at home.
Yeah, mum and dad, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then, because I split up with Debbie, and back, I was living with her for a while, for a year or so. And then came back to parents' house, and every door was locked, bro. They had locks on the doors. You know?
How comes?
I wasn't trustworthy. They knew something was up. Things were going missing. That'd be me.
All right, so you started stealing.
Yeah.
Was you stealing from the house?
Stealing from the house.
You was taking things?
Yeah.
Selling them?
Yeah.
What, from your parents' house?
Yes.
Okay.
Stuff that I didn't even own. Robbing my own family. But that desperation, that's what my addict taught me.
So they locked the house?
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't even know.
They locked all the doors in the yard?
Yeah. I can't go in there, use the phone to make those phone calls. If there's something laying about, somebody's change, I'll get it. There's times when I'll have the money for the drugs, but didn't have mobile back then, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, of
Not
course.
money for the phone box.
Yeah, cool.
Dealers hate going short.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, and and it was like, there's change, mum, have you got any change? And she would lose the plot. What are you doing? What are you doing? And my dad got me a security guard job, working nights, and I was just leave all night.
Mm-hmm.
And the first day I told him, he knew something was up.
Okay.
We had a big argument at work.
So your dad worked at so your dad got you a job at the place. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was this place, and I'm working nights in this big office, like a head office for this place.
Mm-hmm.
And they had all this football stuff there, so I'm selling that, sign shirt. I'm not a footballer, but people was loving it. So I was selling all this stuff, right? But house got raided, they were looking for other things. And what happened was, like, I woke up, because I would sleep at work at night. My dad come in the work, what's wrong with you? Your nose is dripping. I used to say it was hay fever all the time. This is winter time now. There's no reason to be saying it's hay fever, you know. And on the way back, in my head, Dad, I'm a heroin addict. Dad, I'm a heroin addict. And at this point, we were supposed to move to America for this another company, San Jose. And I think, I can't do that. I'm going to be rattling on a plane.
What? Hold on. So the company that you was working for is moving to the US?
It was, they got companies worldwide.
Okay.
And they want my dad to run security over there.
Right. Okay.
In their Silicon Valley.
Right.
And my dad's saying he's all happy, you know. He just I don't know.
Well, it's an opportunity for him, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, we can't go. I kicked up a fuss about it, you know. Didn't end up moving. However, this morning, he drove me, he's outside the house, and he said, what's wrong with you? Tell me. And he was all calm and everything. I said, Dad, I'm a heroin addict. And he looked.
What was that like, brother?
I was petrified, because I know what my dad was like, right? And the steering wheel, he grabbed it, he squeezed it, and he bent it inwards, and I thought, I'm getting it now, I'm going to get it. I'm an embarrassment already. He goes, get the F out of the car, swearing in Asian and everything. And I went in, I'm rattling on the sofa, and the phone rings, and my mum goes, your dad wants you, and I was petrified to answer it. And my dad was like, how much do you need? I go, I just need 20 quid. So my dad supported me for a bit until...
Well, your dad funded your habit?
Yeah. Because all my wage was going.
God bless him.
Yeah. He done his best for me, you know.
God bless him.
Yeah. So he was funding the habit for a bit. I was spending wages, and then it got to the point where I get it, and I'd do like, in those days it was like 3 bags a day, 310 for 320s, and I'd break it down, 1 in the morning, afternoon and evening. So I was trying to manage it.
You're trying to manage your habit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was impossible. It was the fear of my dad, the fear of wanting to do it, and that the fear of not being on the drugs, you know, and through the withdrawals. That scared me.
So what happened next?
After that, the girlfriend I was with, or I finished with, ended up selling some guy who they knew, right, this girl was a heroin addict. She just gave birth. She's about 3 or 4 months clean, and this guy goes, I need some gear. Okay, make sure you do not give it, I don't want to say no names, make sure you don't give it to this girl that you're going around with. Okay. She ODs. And
what, OD and passes away?
Yeah, she died.
Okay.
She died. For what she could take the same amount or whatever. And I said to the guy, do not give her nothing, thinking he would listen and understand. However, I remember reading in the paper, someone ODs, and I just flicking through the paper.
Didn't realise it was anybody related to you?
No. No, I was looking for other things in the paper, and what happened was about a week or so later, my parents' doors get kicked off, and I'm getting arrested, and they're going about manslaughter. I'm like, what are you on about? So I've got nicked. In the police station, charged with involuntary manslaughter, intent to supply Class A drugs and offensive weapons. So I'm in there, go to jail, get remanded, and looking at 7 years, bro. This was in 2001, sorry. And 2000. And then end up getting treatment in the Diana Princess Wales Treatment Centre first. And
was that your first treatment centre?
First ever treatment centre.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was a jail swerve.
Right, okay.
People coming in, I thought they're getting ghosted and shipped out. And I go, nah, they're doing a rap, they're doing this again, treatment. I'm like, okay. So I've gone into the DPW, Diana Princess Wales Treatment Centre, and I'm in there, just a jail head on, bro. I wasn't there for recovery, I was there to swerve jail, get freedom. So I was in there, did it my way, and I wasn't working myself, I was scared, didn't realise I was scared.
All right.
And I was in there angry, aggressive, and doing things my way.
Mm-hmm.
And then completed treatment. I don't know how. I'd done some bad things in there for good reasons, helping staff out.
Mm-hmm.
And come out. I was a dry drunk for 5 years. And
how old was you then? How old was you when you first went treatment that first time there?
2001. I'm 50 now. I'm no good with maths, hardly.
Well, I can't even work the maths out. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's early 20s.
All right,
early
cool.
20s, say, and maybe 24, 25 max.
Mm-hmm.
And I come out, putting weight on. I was in a gym all the time. Because there's a guy in there from London, I forgot his name. I was that angry in there. He goes, crash these weights out. I goes, what are you on about? So I'm pushing these weights out and I'm knackered. He goes, right, punch a bag. I goes, I can't. He goes, exactly. Come in there, you use the weights, get on a bag. So I ain't got that negative energy.
Yeah.
I wasn't physically violent in there, but mentally and abusive, verbally I was. And I wasn't helping anyone's recovery. I realise that now, And then I come out, I was a dry drunk for 5 years. And
so when you say a dry drunk, what do you mean? What do we mean by that when we talk about being dry drunk?
I wasn't on drugs. I wasn't taking drugs personally. I was selling them and still doing what I was doing, thinking I'm fixed.
Right,
I went to rehab, that's it, I'm done now. I didn't work no steps, didn't get no sponsors. I was doing meetings to sell gear.
Oh, man.
I was one of those, bro.
Right, okay.
Oh, I nearly cried. I regret that, bro. I swear down I do. I was going to meetings for wrong reasons, and that's that was Waz, that's not Waseem.
Yeah.
And then, down the road I met my son's mum, and God bless her, and we had a child in 2004, fell pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Things happened to my son's mum, and due to consequences, this and that. We finished. And I remember I was trying to get back with her. She goes, you're still on the gear, you're still on that heroin. I go, no, I'm not. She went in my pockets, found my foil, found my tube, she screwed it up, I threw it. I watched where she threw it. And that night I went back, I got the gear, I increased it as much as I could and smoked the rest of it. And she was looking out the window. Another relationship gone because I chose heroin. Heroin was my love, was my love, Biggest regret of my life.
So, what happened? The progression, I can see it. The progression. So you've got a son, relationships over. It's 2004. What next?
Well, it's 2005, my son was born.
Okay, 2005.
2005. My boy turned 21 yesterday, 12th of February.
Wow.
And in 2005, I didn't know my son was born for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Right, okay. So he wasn't at the birth?
I wasn't at the birth.
Okay.
My son's mum didn't want me to have his name because of me and whatever, or his mum's got her reasons for it, and I know those reasons. And then I couldn't see my son for a good few years because of my behaviours, people associating with, and obviously still on drugs.
She didn't want you to put your son at risk. She was being a good mum, protecting your son.
Not just a mum, a dad as well.
The whole family was protecting your little boy from who was Waz back then. Yeah. And Waz was whoever he was back then on the road back then. living that life back then. Yeah.
And like my son's mum was a mum and a dad. She was everything to my son. And eventually, a few years later, I remember collecting my son. I was out seeing him outside KFC, and he's come running over to me, "Daddy, Daddy," and he was on my shoulders. And for that first couple of weeks, it was calm. I was loving it because I had drugs in my system, right?
Right. Okay.
And the time when I didn't have no drugs in my system, I didn't want my son around me because all he wanted was daddy cuddles, you know, up shoulders. And I was thinking, I can't even move. I'm getting angry. Times I didn't even collect them. I was supposed to be there weekend dad, Friday to Sunday, at my parents' house as well. Supervised my
you had supervised contact at your parents' house, looking after your son, but that wasn't really working when you didn't have drugs in your system, so you couldn't really be a dad to him.
No, I couldn't even be myself without those drugs, you know, of whatever I thought myself was. I was vulnerable, I was weak, I was a waste man, bro. You know, I'm going to keep it real.
I hear you. I think a lot of us could identify with being that back then, but we didn't know that back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We didn't know that was who we was, because the drugs led us to believe that we were something. Well, for some of us anyway. But yeah, no, I hear you. So, what happened? Tell me a little bit more.
People are telling me I'm looking good still. You know, oh, you look good. I'm just sucked that and wasted. You know, people just saying whatever, and I'm believing them still. And then.
Who was telling you though? Was that real people telling you, or was that the drug addicts and the people that was around you? So you probably looked good amongst those people, but you didn't look good in the real world.
No, okay. Someone walking past, I can tell what I was, you know. I might have had the sort of clothes, but they're hanging off me.
Yeah.
My body was wasted. And it got to a point, I remember laying in my bed, my nephew Callum, he loved juicy fruit, right? He's about 4 years old, still wearing a nappy, or 3 years old. He's come up the stairs. Uncle, Wazzy, this will make you better. He gave me his juicy fruit. I was in bed rattling again. And I was like, I cried. He never gave no one a juicy fruit. And on drugs, I could, when I was there, I could be kind of responsible. I had to take my boy with me. I took him shoplifting one time. This is probably a few months after having access. Took him to Boots, got the digital cameras, and shoplifted, put one for his pram and walked out. You know, that desperation, risking my son.
But it's standard procedure when you're a drug addict. Sometimes it's not the best behaviours, you know. But there's, you know, I've heard many a story in here of, you know, parents using their children whilst committing crimes to cover their, you know, it makes it a little bit easier. But I've also heard of many parents who've been arrested with their child as well, you know, because of their, you know, committing crimes. Carry on, tell me a little bit more.
Then my son's getting older. He's at, say, middle school now. My boy's getting bullied.
Okay.
He's getting bullied, and it's like, I find that my boy come out and tell me, he goes, like, I'm getting bullied because people calling you a crackhead, a junkie, you know? Kids, other kids.
Wow.
He's young. So he's getting targeted and bullied because of what
because of your lifestyle. Because of your lifestyle.
Everything that I was doing, and parents be talking, kids ain't silly, they listen, they look, they're aware. And they're hearing it and taking it to school and putting it on my boy. My boy's autistic.
Okay.
So he walks around on his own, and I goes, why didn't you tell me? Mummy said, don't tell you, because she knows how I would react. You know, Waz would go to the parents, to the husband or boyfriend.
So you'll be checking the parents with some aggression, is what I'm hearing you saying. And your partner, your ex-missus was trying to protect you and protect your son from having that kind of energy around at the time. All right.
And this is weekend, like I was weekend dad, and I see my son withdrawn even more. And it come out, and he's like, Mum said, your reactions, you get angry. That's his words, you get angry. And I would have done. I would have done. Because I didn't work on myself, and I didn't know no better back then.
Yeah. So tell me about how you got to treatment. So tell me about your treatment journey. So how many times have you been to treatment?
Down Princess of Wales, Barleywood, and twice here.
Right, okay. God bless Barleywood. I worked there many, many years ago. So tell me about Barleywood.
Right.
How long did you last?
Oh, this is a story now, right? I was in jail. This is the lead up to where I'm going. A drug worker who knows me from the local area was coming up, and the button's getting looser and looser. So I thought the third button is loose. I'm just going to, pull it on her. I did. It worked out. So she's bringing drugs to me in prison now. So when I get released, I move in with her. And
Okay.
living with her, she supplied my habit for a bit.
Okay.
And then I go, I can't have her. I've had enough of this. I need treatment. So I go into Barleywood. And then I'm on the phone to this female. And she, I need you, I love you. So she come up, bring some gear, prove how much you love me. She did. And I remember I snuck out at night, got the gear, and I said, get me some foil. And she came with that grease-proof foil stuff. So I'm in the toilet booting. I couldn't get nothing off it. No,
of course not, because it's, yeah.
And I'm like raging. Because what have you done to me? You've got some rubbish gear. I didn't realise with the foil.
Yeah.
And left my passport, and I was in there for about a week. Slept with a girl in there. And then left my properties. This female turned up. I was back to Wickham doing the same old stuff. Getting worse and worse and worse. Not washing, not bathing. Going back. No, by this point I got my own council place, a flat. It was just the same.
Okay.
Nothing changed.
So, when did you get to Broadway Lodge? So that's 2 treatments so far. The third one is Broadway Lodge.
Broadway Lodge.
That's got to be about
2015.
2015.
Oh,
Okay.
that date.
That's Waseem arrived at Broadway Lodge in 2015. I remember it well.
My guy, I apologise. Self-centred fear again, right? I come into Broadway Lodge because I was desperate. I had 5 years dry drunk, and I thought that was good, right? I thought treatment. So it's going to be prison or treatment that's going to do it. And I finally got like a placement at Broadway Lodge, and I remember turning up petrified. False pride, sick pride, ego and stuff, and self-centred fear. And I come to Broadway Lodge, and I was calm for a bit. And then I remember one share, I think that what set the ball rolling. Some guy come up and he's like, yeah, I've been to Thailand, there's type 1, 2, 3 and 4 gear. And he started saying, yeah, when I do gear, I scratch my nose like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, calm that, yeah. And then he's like this, he's like that, he's scratching everywhere. And he's telling me, like, at that point, I was paying towards Broadway Lodge out benefits, and I think we had £5 or £10 on us at the time. And I'm sitting there detoxing in the lounge, right opposite this guy. And I'm like, he's telling me, yeah, here, there, where I can get gear from.
Yeah.
He's like pointing out. I'm like, my guy, so I just got up, went to rush the guy, because I was scared. I wanted to use and I didn't want to use. Yeah. Because I know what good life was. And I was doing my best. And my mate, John, bless him, we walked side by side and walked that, and I was scared, bro. I realised now.
Honourable shout out to John. You lot at that point, had a nice little recovery crew that you was going through. But Waz, I'm going to be honest with you, Waseem, sorry, Waz back then, he was an absolute nightmare. It was difficult. I remember doing some groups with you and having to really straighten you up. You was just off key. And then we had this kind of this road mentality and a jail and a prison persona that was just horrible. Honestly, it was horrible. And I've got to say, just annoying sometimes because, you see a potential in a man, and so every now and again we'd see it, and then the ego would come back in and some big man, fake man attitude would come in. So so it wasn't great, but you did primary and secondary. Yeah, you did primary and secondary that time because we had the houses back then. What happened? Because you left treatment 2014. Yeah? 15, no.
15. I came in 2015, so it's summer 15.
Yeah. So, and then what happened? You went back to
Went back to High Wycombe.
High Wycombe, yeah.
And it was calm. I was doing meetings. I was doing a different fellowship. I was doing NA back then.
Okay.
And the place that got me treatment, I wanted to give back. So I ended up doing voluntary work there for a good few months.
Mm-hmm.
I was working and got paid. I'd become a paid member of staff.
What?
Yes.
Go on, my brother.
Yeah,
Go on.
in the community treatment centre. And I was working it, and relationships were my downfall. And I started seeing this female in the rooms, 2 years clean, all this and that going up. I didn't realise she was a client. And she would come in like every Friday. People can come in off the street or connect, like the Ark.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, yeah.
And I thought she'd just come in to see me. And then it was like, okay, we're in a relationship. Staff banned out, and they gave me a choice: choose the job or this female that I was with.
Who did you choose?
Chose the female.
I get it.
Right?
I get it.
Female. We had a sit down.
So you lost your job?
This is the thing. We had a sit down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go, okay, thank you for being honest. The clients love you. I was working in High Wycombe, Aylesbury and Cheshire.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, everyone gets on good with you. Can we send you anywhere where no one knows you?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, it might be difficult, right? And then they said, you can keep the job, just don't bring your personal life into work.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
However, the female was very anxious. I was in a group one time, and my phone's going. I had it on silent, but that vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I just knew it was
whoever.
Partner.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to leave work because I can't leave work. I can't just come. Sorry, I can't come just like that. I'm not about that no more. This is my new way of life. And then she was anxious, and then rooms I started getting jealous of people, those insecurities. I was working on myself at the same time, extra makeup, someone hugs her and the hands get a bit lower. I'm protective like that.
So your insecurities started to kick in again.
Yeah.
Your insecurities started to kick in again, and you've got no drugs to help you, to support you, to medicate you from your insecurities. So what happened?
I had a sponsor, I didn't use him. My ego, my false pride wouldn't let me say, my guy, I'm jealous. This guy, the makeup, the holding the hands where they're going. So that's all bottling up. So I'm going to meetings now, kicking off. People will stop turning up to meetings because I was unpredictable again. I was that dry drunk again. I didn't realise at the time. Looking back now, I was that dry drunk again. Not with the dealing or anything, but with the behaviours and my thoughts. And I was running with those thoughts. And I remember my mate's wife at the time, Hannah, she's from Oxford. She goes, look, this is life and death. You know, people don't come to meetings no more because they don't know how if I'm happy, they're happy, you know.
Yeah.
And then if I'm off key and stuff like that, no one wants to turn, no one wants to share.
Okay.
Feeling unsafe in the safest place.
Yeah. What, in a meeting?
It's a meeting.
Wow.
And I was doing it outside as well.
Right, okay.
And
Sounds like you're walking yourself towards a relapse, brother.
I wasn't working on recovery, and I worked on my relapse, and that's what happened.
When did you relapse?
When she finished with me. It was like, because I would finish with her and say, you know, wanting that to be told I'm loved, never got told I loved, you know, and hugs and that. I just want to say, yeah, I love you, I need you type thing. That fix myself, is it self-worth for another person? And it happened a few times. And one time, this girl was working a program, came to her sponsor, and she said, don't go back with him, and she didn't. So I had this great idea, walking back from this meeting, after speaking to Hannah, I'll get some gear this time. It would get me to sleep. By this point, I'm just under 3 years clean, right, physically of drugs. And then got back on it. I picked up the bag, I thought it was only going to be just this once, get half a gram, it lasted me a week, right? It was gone that night. And I remember withdrawing. I woke up in the bath, don't even know how I got in the bath. My phone ringing, my sister goes, you all right? Well, first of all, phone, it rang off because I wasn't with it. Then, God willing, my sister rang back again. Are you all right, what's going on? I'm like, I'm effed, I'm rattling. I need some money. And my sister put money in my account. Then I got a resentment against my sister because I'm rattling and I've got to walk to the cash point and then walk to get my gear. It's all about me at that moment, right? And my sister, God bless her, she gave me the money for the gear. I got the gear, and then I started doing meetings again. Because I was trying to change. Well, it wasn't straight away. I was out there for a good 6 years.
So, because you was, because you came back to treatment in, what year did you come back?
What, this time round?
Yeah, this time round.
2024.
2024.
6 years, bro.
But so, and that's a lot longer, brother. So if you think 2015 is when you left treatment, you was clean for 3 years. So
just under 3 years.
Yeah, just under. Wow.
Yeah. And then 2020, I was ringing every day for a charity bid.
Yeah.
Ringing Broadway Lodge, crying on the Facebook, crying, I want treatment, I need treatment.
So eventually, because I remember you was trying to get a bursary bed, a charity bed to get back into treatment. But it just wasn't happening, was it? We didn't have it, it just wasn't happening. So you come back to treatment in 2024, okay? 2024. Now, I'm weary. Waz comes back to treatment. And then Waz comes back, he's a little bit different, but yeah. I remember there was a point where I was thinking, I don't know whether this is going to work out for you here at Broadway Lodge. And I had a chat with your counsellor, Chrissy. Honourable shout out to Chrissy, yes, legend.
Chrissy. Thank you.
Legendary counsellor here. And we felt, we needed to remove this Waz guy from treatment. And so we went back to your proper name, Waseem. Everybody had to address you as Waseem. Waz was your road name, your street name. We wanted to get rid of that person and bring in Waseem. And if I'm honest, it worked. It worked. Yeah, man, you just started to change. You started to change. Gone was the street persona, and in was a kind, gentle, humble, caring, loving, softly spoken guy. Did you do the trauma group as well?
Yes.
Yeah. So just tell me about, I just want you to sum up your treatment.
Best thing I've ever done, brother. I had to let go of false pride, ego, sick pride, and get honest and get real. I said, get real or die lying. Because people would say to me, are you alright? Yeah, I'm calm, I'm good, put a smile on. Inside I was dying. I didn't trust no one still, right? And it got to the point where, I was going to get discharged a few times, right?
Yeah, we'd had enough.
Thank you, I'm so grateful you didn't. However, I didn't realise I was still in fear and I was too scared to say I was scared. That ego and everything. And what started changing for me was when, I think it was the very last time, you had me in a room and you was like, you don't know what you're doing, do you? I was like, I'm going. You said my bags are packed, I'm gone. No, you don't know what you're doing. I was like, what do you mean? You said about anger and aggression. I go, it's the same. And all of a sudden, you was like, your persona changed as well, and you got very compassionate and goes, no, between anger and aggression, I'm allowed to be angry, however not aggressive. And you walked out of the room, and it's like, I'm there processing what you just said, because I'm petrified of going out, because I'm too scared to go back where I come from. I failed again. I know what's waiting for me out there, and I don't want that. So I'm thinking, I went to my room, I've got a choice here. I can choose to be angry or choose to be aggressive, and I can be angry and speak calmly now, and I didn't know that time, but thank you, bless up, for making me aware of that, brother.
I appreciate that, brother.
And changing my name, changing the way I walked and talked, and it was Uno as well, I ain't gonna lie.
What, the game Uno? There's a legendary game in here. I used to be leaving work, and I used to just see all you guys in the reception on the chairs playing Uno, and I used to be like, wow, look at these guys. And that Uno was it was a thing then, wasn't it?
It's saying me because all I ever used to do was walk in the bistro, sit next to Alexa, the music.
Listen to music, yeah. Listen to hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop, and my head out the window.
Yeah.
And even Chris said, look, I'm borrowing you from that window now, from 5 or 9 until 5, because that's where I used to go. Music, I love music.
Yeah.
No one can take that, even in my mind, it's still there type of thing. Like safe space, if you like to say. And then I'm hearing people behind me play Uno. I'm hearing them laugh, I'm joking, and I want to go up to them like, I want to be part of. And I'm just embarrassed to say, how do you play it? 'Cause I've never...
You never played Uno before? Yeah.
As kids,
Yeah.
And one day I asked my mate Nick, he goes, yeah, it's like blackjack in jail. Bada boom, let's do it. I know that. So he's showing me and I'm playing Uno. I'm laughing, I'm joking. People see me smile.
Yeah.
And had great times. Great times.
Brilliant. So you successfully, eventually completed treatment, went to a dry house.
Yes.
And what's been happening since you've gone to a dry house?
Oh, I can never shout out to the Bristol family as well, because they said last time you went back, I was intending going back and getting a dog back to where I was from.
Yeah, from going back to
High
Wycombe, Buckinghamshire. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, "Is that really going to keep you clean? You went back before, and you're back here again. Take it to group." So I took it to group. Everyone said the same thing. Took it to my counsellor. Same thing. Relocate. Best choice and decision I've ever made.
Okay.
Life is blessed. I'm truly blessed today. Loving recovery, I'm helping people, praying for people, and
a beautiful set of teeth now as well.
Yes,
And do you know what? Do you know the wickedest thing about because you was always kind of a little bit embarrassed.
Yes.
Embarrassed. Do you know what? When your teeth came and you put them in, the smile. You could smile now, and it was just like there was just a beauty. It was just beautiful. But I'm going to tell you what I noticed, and I'm going to notice about. I want to tell you what I noticed about you since you left. You joined the group chat for the organisation where you live, and I'm part of that group chat. Yeah. And you just changed the energy on it. It was like, who is this brother? You just joined it, and then the way that you're communicating, the love that you show on that group chat, the support that you show on that group chat, the connection. And that group chat was good before, but I'm going to say to you, and I think I've said this before to you, you just upped it tenfold. All that energy that you had on the road, you just brought to the community that you're living in. And I couldn't believe it. It was just, I couldn't even have upped it that. I just couldn't. But you did, and you've maintained the same energy ever since. It's not even, let's just say it was energy 5. Well, you took it to energy 9, and you've maintained it at energy 9. And it's just like, wow. And it's just been, so part of me sometimes like, I want to join the group chat. I have to keep a boundary, and there's little messages in there, and I want to send something. And every now and again, I'll slip up and I'll send a link. Because the vibe on it is just amazing. I just want to thank you for that, because it was wicked. It's wicked. And I'm just loving your recovery. I'm from afar, I'm watching it, and I just think, wow. I can't even stop talking about you to the other guys, to the team down here. Reliable, compassionate, supportive, group member, team member. Waseem, I just want to say thank you. Clearly, we had work to do that didn't get done in 2015, and nobody wants anybody to go out. I think it says in the basic text of Narcotics Anonymous that relapse can be the thing that kicks people into recovery. Yeah. And I never want people to relapse, but I think the biggest honor that I can give you, right, is there's a guy in treatment at the moment, right, who said to me, he was out in reception, and I said to him, yo, how comes you're not in the share? And he said, no, Marcus, no, sorry. I was at, I think he'd gone to the doctors or something. And he said, yeah, but I've heard Waseem share before, and I definitely want him to be my sponsor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
You know, when you hear somebody say something like that, when I heard somebody say something about you and the message the recovery message that you're carrying now, it was like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm already a sponsor as well.
What?
Who would have thought that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my sponsor's taking his sponsor through.
I'm not surprised. Wise, I just want to say thank you for coming to Broadway Lodge. Thank you for coming up to here today doing the podcast.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, all the staff. Every counsellor here helped me save myself. You guys loved me back to life when I thought I'd worthless and useless, and I believe everything that you guys said, you know.
Well, thank you for following our suggestion and being in recovery. How clean are you now?
14 months.
14 months.
14 months.
14 months. Wow, well done to you.
Thank you.
14 months in recovery. Not a dry drunk.
No.
Not clean and crazy.
No.
Working a program.
Yeah.
All right,
Being
cool, brother.
open, honest and real, bro.
Well
when
done.
I'm getting vulnerable.
Well done.
Thank
Thank you.